Okay, so this is one of the first podcasts I'm doing once I've set up my entire area, and every single day I want to start talking about what I'm going through in my mind, because I write down in a journal every morning what it is that is super important to me or how I feel. Lately, the big thing for me has been really wanting to dive into and stick with lucid dreaming, moving myself into the feeling of what I would be doing if I had already attained the castle that I really want. And it's really cool because I found this laptop, like this MacBook Pro, for like $500 less than it normally is priced at, because I was just like sitting down. Obviously, there's a lot of action, like searching the web every single day, but just like looking for it, and eventually finding it, which is huge. And I think it's like that same principle where I only have one goal and I focus on that every single day, and then I get there. But the thing for me now is sitting for ideas, because I have all the information now. It's really just about acting on it and figuring out exactly what I need to do in order to provide the secrets of personal achievement and success. Because yeah, there are the secrets of personal achievement and success, which is a root core of you become what you think about. And there are a lot of different ways to be able to focus on exactly what it is that you want out of life and to get that. But it's now about finding what people want to get out of life. And I'm doing that through TikTok. They have like the creator search insights, and you're able to actually just find out exactly what people are looking up and what problems they want to solve. Because this modality solves basically every problem, but it's about what specifically the people want. And so now I need to do more surveying and figuring out exactly what people need. And that's been the coolest thing to kind of figure out. It's just like throwing spaghetti on the wall and like gaining the skill of going viral. That's the skill I really need to gain now. It's because I have all the equipment, I have like the camera, I've got the computer, I've got everything that I possibly could ever need in order to succeed. But I need to have the skill of going viral. And that's the next step. I want to walk through what I'm doing. So it's like going viral, then also taking out ideas every single day and acting on them. I've been sitting down and setting a timer for 30 minutes a day where I sit down and I think of how I can solve, or what can I do today to actually serve the people more, and then I act on that, and then I act on it, and then I act on it, and I just do that for the 30 minutes every single day. But it's really just sitting down quietly and thinking, really genuinely just thinking. I think a lot of us forget that we have the ability to think and solve a lot of our problems, and we go looking for the answer from like everywhere else, but we actually have the answer inside of our minds already. I've done a lot of course, I've done a lot of figuring out, but it's really about just acting as much as I possibly can at this point. And that's the most fun part about it, is I have everything now. I can express myself in so many different ways, through videography, through talking on camera, through whatever you guys want, music, whatever it may be, through a book, however the modality may be. I just need to figure out exactly what the market is looking for. And there are a lot of tools to do that. One of the tools being the creator search insights, another one being Google Trends, another one being surveying everyone that's on my Instagram and asking them what problems they're trying to overcome right now, and actually just solving those. Another thing is like going live and doing live streams, which is another option that I'm able to do now. Connect my camera, do live streams. That'd be fun. I don't know. It's like the divinity within you is something that you are going to be able to harvest and attain anything you ever want. But we just need to sit down for a moment, close our eyes, imagine the world we want to be in, and think. Think on the problem. Think for a solution. And it's definitely the hardest thing when you have so much access to just Google things super fast without thinking about it or having any pre-warning or any pre-planning. It is just so easy to run into our world and just blah, 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 and never really solve anything because you never really sat down and thought through the problem. At least that's me. That's a me thing for sure. I read a lot of books. I do a lot of that stuff, and it really comes down to now just taking so much action that you just can't feel, figuring out how people are doing it. Because I'm starting to notice, like, really people are just answering the questions, and all of these apps are competing to be search engines. And since they're competing to be search engines, we have to serve the people and find out what they're like, where their eyes are going. That's basically it. I also want to be able to serve the people in a way that I might be able to express myself the best way possible and the most healthy way for me. Because if it was all for $1, I think I would just be sad. I just wouldn't be happy in general. That's why I'm at the point where I'm at right now. I'm doing the stuff that I'm doing because I don't want to do it purely for the money. I want to do it because I love it and because I'm able to help so many people. There are so many things that we're able to do if we just think. We can overcome any obstacle, become happier than we could have ever imagined, forgive ourselves, and move on. Live in the moment and be so happy with everything that God's good grace has given us. And that is the power of being positive, is the ability to be aware of your emotions and know that they are just there to show you what you really want to express at any given moment. They tell you. They really do. And yeah, that's the message I want to give out to the world. Is really the attitude that you have towards this world is going to give you exactly the physical representation of how you feel. And that is something that everyone needs to know. You become what you think about. That is something that the world needs to understand. And I want to give it out the best way I possibly can. And I guess podcasts are the best way. So here's our little podcast. Life. Let's just do some poetry. Poetry, it's you and me. I'm just flying so heavy and free. My feathers, they've got no... I don't know. Boom, doom, 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 doom. All right. What is the most valuable thing that I've heard come out of anyone's mouth to me? I think it's always been about the idea of exchange and what can I give to the world, but also focusing on what I really want to give. Not only what can I give, but what do I want to give? Because I think a lot of us get caught up in like what's possible and what's not possible and kind of forget about what you really want to be doing and what you really want to give versus what you think people will receive. Like, in order for you to exist, whatever you give, there has to be a recipient. And so by that law, you simply wouldn't exist if someone wasn't there to receive what you're giving. That is the most beautiful thing, is to remember that your voice is so important because there is someone out there waiting and begging for you to give out what you've learned. And you just gotta stand up, put your chest up, and give it to them. Because there is someone out there that has gone through the exact same thing you have and really needs your help. Yeah. Well, that'll be our day for the day. But I love you. I care for you. Cheers. Well, that'll be our day for the day. But I love you. I care for you. Cheers.